speaking of big dogs, Neds, if you gamble in Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, WA, Northern Territory, ACT, Tasmania, if you gamble in Australia, you got to be doing it with Neds. All right? If you like the show, if you like gambling, gamble with Neds. And gamble in our open group, 557 strong, 75 strong. Sorry, that's my dyslexia acting up. Look, it can go on random heaters at any time of any day. The other night, some things happened, and I happened to be awake at 1 o'clock in the morning. A couple of the lads were in there. We started chatting a bit of shit, and one of the notorious members, Chap 95, went on a fucking heater from midnight to 2 a.m. Heaps of winners in there. So it doesn't matter if you're up early, you're up late, like my co-host Steve or my co-host Brandon. Get in the open group, and you'll find like-minded individuals ready to gamble responsibly, but ready to gamble.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
We've lost Brandon.
Sorry, boys.
We've lost visual on Brandon.
Tell us,
boys.
about...
I'm just running multiple companies, multiple empires from my phone.
From the phone.
Keeping nice sports, nice bikes afloat.
Yeah, Digger Mate, Promotional, Capras.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
like,
a bit. Sometimes I think I
bit
just
too
commit
much.
to too much. But
yeah, I know.
while you're young, got the energy, it's like, fuck it, just send it.
And you don't have kids and shit.
When's the Air Nice Sports / Air Nice Bikes / Air Nice Group going to absolve Mr. Jerry's as like asset? Like,
Can't. We'd have to have a look at the books. I know for a fact there is none. So,
well,
at this stage, never.
If you eliminate the cash withdrawals, not much to show. P&L ain't looking great.
The ins and outs.
I do have a bookkeeper.
The
cash flow summary.
Cash flow from fucking Nice Group.
Ain't looking great.
The directed dividends withdrawal. Steve Askin only.
Yeah, Jeff Askin goes, on your summary, you've got 20 grand coming back to me before December. I haven't seen a fucking dime. Steve's in the background going, tee.
He's looking at the cash flow, sees the fucking withdrawal, and it's like comes back 20 grand 3 months later, and he's like, "What's this?" That's when I've turned my pokey winnings into generational wealth. Don't worry, Jeff. I'm looking after you.
Don't worry, Jeff. I'm only chipping into your inheritance you're going to give me, brother.
He rings me and he can hear ding, ding in the back.
One more in a cash.
One more in a cash. Tell me about Chap 94.
Sivo, you've got a great little story from one of our...
Last week, we sort of talked about an audience member that didn't want to be named. Fair enough. You know, either their parents listen to the pod or, potential partners or, potential future employers. So, yes, we had a audience member tell us a pretty good story of, when the chips were down, taking the house back, getting a few wins in, walking away responsibly when he should have, up. And we had another member of the Nice community. Now, this gentleman, Chap 95, who is part of the first 15 due to his massive odd multis getting up, was sharing a story with us early Monday morning about how he had quickly turned over $2.50 in his account into just under $5,000.
That's so sick.
That's almost...
It's more impressive than our 100 to 10K.
Yeah. It is.
Well, it's...
Because percentage-wise...
Is that the same?
Way more.
Is it? Yeah.
Well, we started at 250 and got half of what we got.
Probability-wise. Probability-wise, it's,
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. So what did he do?
So if he wasn't on the first 15 already, he would be now.
Yeah.
Right?
Did he send out the breakdown?
Yeah. I've got the breakdown here. So
he turned 250 into 80 or something?
No. So he turned the 250 into 120.
Yeah.
Right? Just through various means. He's taken out the $80, right? He's doing responsible gambling. He's come up with his win. He's taken out an amount, that he's happy
Bankroll
with.
management.
Bankroll management. He's
Great
doing all that sort of
bankroll
stuff.
management.
So he's then gone, righto, I'm going to spend 5 of this 40, which is his bankroll management. So he's got $40 left out of the 120. He's taking 80 back out, so he's got 40 left. He's turned that. He's put that $5 on a greyhound called Zipping Chitty,
Nice.
paying $8. So that's straight away, boom, another $40. Now I don't have the bet amounts for these next couple races.
Yeah.
But what he's then done is done some horse racing in South Africa.
So this is this would have to be like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
spec.
So that was
it's
paying
responsible as a
responsible
kid.
gambling. $26. He's done well. Whenever you do your gambling, it doesn't matter. Time is.
He might have been up nursing a baby. Who knows?
Who knows?
Exactly. That's a great point.
Great point.
It's just whenever I've gambled at those times, it's
But you are a 1-1 anomaly. Yeah.
yeah.
Best it never was.
So then he has got onto another horse in South Africa that was paying $31. Then he's got a next horse that was paying $14.50 to place.
Holy
so that
fuck.
$5 on the Friday.
So he's got a bit of luck on his side.
He had a bit of what we call in the industry a heater.
Yeah.
So he's turned that $5 from so turned the $5 into $3,000. He's then decided, you know what, I am on a bit of a heater.
Yeah.
I am going to bankroll management. So he took out some more thousands of dollars, left $1,000 in there just to play around with. He then got another $26 horse and another $23 horse that both
Fucking
won.
hell, bro.
Wow. Is this all in South Africa or is this
No,
on separate days? Or?
Well, it doesn't.
Anyway,
You'd have to
doesn't
assume
matter.
the version of the story.
Yeah.
But so essentially, he's turned that $2.50 into just under $5K
that's so
over a
good.
2-day heater.
Yeah.
Was very responsible. Took the money out. Didn't re-gamble it. Did the bankroll management, which is an important part. If you want to have longevity in this hobby we all call gambling, you've got to have bankroll management. You've got to have.
Sounds very professional.
And you don't need to download Masterclass to learn that.
No.
You just
You
need
just
to
need to listen to
to
your boys here at home.
Yeah, you just need to listen to this for free. But if you just want to pay us an annual subscription of fucking $140 that I doubt Jack took off the auto renew
Cancellation?
payment. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to take that off. That'll
because
happen next year.
but by next year you're gonna forget
Couldn't
about
you
it.
just cancel it now?
That was the very first thing I did after being that disappointed with that
Yeah,
fucking thing.
well, I've been watching other episodes.
Well,
Yeah,
you can,
but you can still-
If it was
Oh.
good, would have you kept that going?
Yeah,
potentially?
not going.
if the betting one was solid, I probably would have. But I was so fucking annoyed. I was like, "Fuck these cunts!" I'm just
Just
went,
put a sour taste in your
yeah,
mouth.
just
though.
fuck
Yeah.
you. I'm not letting you.
Take 140 off me and give me zero
Next
value.
year,
Yeah.
next year, May 26 or fuck
Yeah.
whatever it was. But
Yeah.
Yeah, so Chap 95 just absolutely.
He's on a generational run,
just showing his betting chops, and which is
Also-
why he is part of the first 15.
Very
which is why he
similar.
got sent some merch. Yes, but very similar to. Well, he probably got FedExed
yeah,
our shirt that we sent him,
yeah.
which then brings us to another gambler that went on a generational run.
Yep. What was his name? Dave Smith or some shit. What was his name?
I thought his name was like Billy Bob or something.
Oh, bro.
Don't do him bad like that.
No. It's like a normal name.
I think it's something Smith, right?
FedEx founder.
Was in one of
Fred,
those.
Fred Smith.
Yeah.
Fred Smith.
Freddie
okay,
Smith.
not
That's
like
pretty.
not
Frederick.
Billy Bob.
Yeah, not Billy Bob. So yeah, fucking recently found dead or died. That's
So
not,
what-
that's not funny. But
What was his undoing?
Fuck me dead. Well, that's this story is taking a real fucked up turn. I thought he died from old age or
yeah,
something.
no, he did.
Turns out he died in a fucking hotel room with a fucking blood alcohol level of 0.3,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
after fucking
Yes, we
after
know.
turning
yes.
5K into a 5 point something $1 billion company.
company. Yeah.
That story was crazy.
I have heard that before he died.
That's what I mean.
I know
Funnily,
I knew
how
that
I
story.
only just seen that. I seen that story last week or the week
Oh,
before.
really? I saw this story like years ago.
There's a page on Instagram that got me. Like, you know how they show you shit that you haven't followed, like just based on your algorithm and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was a page called Mr. Ballin, Ballen, Mr. Ballin, Mr. Ballin. I'm not sure.
Is he like wears a flannelette shirt, got a mustache,
And he does like recounts of stories.
retelling
And he-
stories.
but
Yeah,
it's
I think he
sick.
was like an ex-Navy
Navy
SEAL or
SEAL.
some shit. Yeah.
But his storytelling's really
Yeah.
good. That's what got me to.
he gives me the creeps.
Nah,
I reckon
it's
there's
got-
something wrong with him.
It's fucking
Allegedly.
sick. Anyway, shout out, brother, Mr. Ballin. I seen the
Ballin.
Mr. Ballin, Mr. Ballin. I seen you the invoice, but yeah, it recounts his story, and it was just cool the way he told it. He's going, on a late night of fucking June 10th, 1974. A lad by the name of I don't even think he gave the name yet when he's telling the story.
Yeah. A
And-
young man.
Yeah, and he said had $5,000 to his name and was in a Las Vegas casino. And next week, his fuel bill for his company was due, which was $24,000 plus his payroll. And he'd just gotten out of a meeting from investors that didn't go well. They didn't didn't get any funding. So he just had the last, which is irresponsible gambling, but had $5,000 to his name and went on a heater of blackjack, turned that $5,000 into $27,000 or $24,000.
Yeah.
Was able to keep his company going for
Pay the fuel bill,
for
pay
another-
the payroll.
for another
kept
couple
it
of
going
months.
for the next. I think it was the following week.
No,
No,
well,
are you sure it wasn't
yeah.
the following week?
because
Because
I
another contract.
I rewatched
Oh, you rewatched the
the Mr. Ballin story, Mr. Ballin story,
Yeah.
Mr. Ballin,
Just
Mr.
make up
Ballin.
your mind what his name is.
Yeah.
We don't need to hear both versions come.
Mr. Tomato, Mr. Tomato.
Yeah, he said it went for like a couple of months. He was able to keep the company afloat with that money, and then within that time, secured like 11 million in funding,
Wow.
or 100 million, one of them. And then
Just a zero.
turned the company into what's now called FedEx, which is
When
worth
you're dealing with logistic companies like we do, zero here and there,
Zero
1
is
million, 10 million, 100.
Yeah.
It all just sort of blurs together. So I understand.
1,500 golf courses in Australia, 10 bikes each,
Yeah.
5 bikes each,
You do the
52.5 million.
one bike
yeah.
each. It's all in the millions at
Yeah,
that stage.
exactly
you know.
right. Yeah, so I can understand why you can't recall the exact figure, mate. It's understandable.
It's in the millions.
Yeah. It's
Chap
in the
95 and Mr. Tomato, generational runs, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generational.
Yeah,
Fucking
wow.
oath, man.
Fuck, that's great stuff.
Fucking oath.
Oh, he sounds a little bit like Stockton Rush
Yeah,
in the
right.
regards of like, well, this $5,000 is not going to do fuck all for my company.
Yeah.
I've got one chance here.
Yeah.
One shot, one opportunity.
One shot, one opportunity.
Eminem.
Mum's spaghetti.
Marshall
fucking knees
Mathers.
weak, arms are heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vomit on my sweater.
But,
Already.
Already.
Mum's spaghetti. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
I can't even sing songs right. So I can understand, similar to Stockton, he's gone, well,
Similar to Stockton. That's a great saying.
That should
Similar to
be
Stockton.
your new nickname.
yeah, Stockton.
Stockton. Like, lives life on the edge.
Steve
So Stockton Steve.
Yeah. Like,
Stockton Steve.
like, lives life on the edge. Like, could implode at any moment.
Yup. Just from the sheer
Just sheer, like,
deep water pressure.
sheer
Sheer confidence.
arrogance,
Yeah,
confidence,
sheer
ego,
arrogance.
all blended into the
Arrogance, confidence, ego.
It's all a fine line.
That's all. They're
you're
all very
Stockton Steve.
synonymous.
Yeah, when you're
and a
Stockton
very
Steve.
fine
They're like
line.
triplets, right?
Yes.
They're
yes.
very
Very
similar.
tiptoeing in their Jordans around each
Tiptoeing
other.
in
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Stockton Steve.
Stockton Steve, yeah. So like similar in that, like he doesn't see too many ways out. He's not going to be able to pay the fuel bill. He's not going to be able. So it's like the company's going to die regardless. So if this gets up, it's the only way out of this hole, and that's what he did.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's
I'll
great.
back
Which
him.
is
I'll back him.
very irresponsible gambling.
Can we buy stocks in FedEx? It's a great story.
Yeah, let's do it.
I actually
It's a
did.
great story.
Let's do
Speaking
some
of Phil
investing.
Knight, maybe this was before we started recording. After I read the book shoe dog.
Or you invested in some Nike?
Nike because I just loved it. It was just such a good story.
Yeah, love a good story. But is
so
it all
good.
PR?
It could have failed at like 10
Is it all
times.
good PR though? You know what I mean? Like
Maybe
it's all fabricated because they're just going, "What do cunts love? What do they get? They love a
be,
good
bro.
story.
Come back.
They love a good
Well,
story."
World War One could be fabricated.
What's that?
World War One could be fabricated. We
Well-
weren't alive then.
Well,
World War II
could be fabricated. If you want to get into some real 6 million numbers is too many.
no,
Yeah,
that's obviously for the crazy and insane. So, episode 127.
Yeah. Are we going to rip into some unhinged shit or
Yeah,
what?
I want to get into some unhinged shit and something. Okay, let's.
Not like anything we were
'Cause
just talking
obviously-
about was unhinged.
Yeah, definitely unhinged. Because my brain works in weird and wonderful ways.
Just before you go on with that,
Yeah.
I do like your constant costume change throughout episodes. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if you've noticed
it's
that,
constant
but
looks,
you'll
changing looks.
5 minutes, you'll have pit vipers on.
Yeah,
For another 5,
Yeah.
you'll have
Hats
a
on
hat
front.
on.
I do it on purpose.
Now so that's it. So
Yeah.
you're actively aware of that.
I actively am aware of it.
'Cause I'm-
it's like a little game I play with myself when I rewatch the episode.
I'm very talk with my hands, very animated when I
yeah,
talk.
apparently that's the sign of a manipulative person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
which I mean-
good to know. Or
Facts speak for
it
themselves.
could be a sign of, but manipulative wouldn't be the word, but
manipulation. That's manipulation.
is it?
No, I'm fucking with you because
No, it
you're
could be like-
I wouldn't say that I'm manipulative. I would say that I'm persuasive.
No,
It's
it's
like,
like,
that's the-
it's like I'm trying to sell something. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
like-
that's what that.
I'm
When
dis-
I
I'm
said, I was
distract-
only geeing you up. Apparently, it's salesmen
Sales
use
technique.
it.
Yeah.
Because then, when you're talking like this, you instinctively nod along with the
yes,
hands. Yeah.
brother. Nice.
Oz Perlman.
Oz Perlman's
His
back.
name gets dropped for a third week in a row.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's that good. So.
That's why you need to get me out on the course, bro. Manipulating
yeah,
golf
yeah.
courses with my hands.
You got
And
him on a
so
string.
You're going to order 10 bikes, and they'll say no.
Yeah, right. So anyway,
Sign
you're-
here.
Yeah. So
Back to the unhinged shit.
I know, obviously, the answers here, Brandon. I need your attention. Front and
Sorry.
center. 1, 2, 3. Listen to me. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
I'm listening.
Oh my god.
Sorry, boy.
So
He's running a company.
I know
mate.
he's
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
run too many companies.
Sorry.
Someone get him an assistant. Which do you think there is more of, flies or ants?
Ants.
Because we're going to delve deeper into this.
Yeah, it's got to be ants because you like.
But how the fuck can you? How is that?
I'll break it down.
How is that calculated? Ants are fucking what? You're telling me
Someone's-
the meat ant nets that I used to stir up at
Yeah.
Oliver State,
Yeah.
at fucking down next to the creek where we built the BMX track when I was a young fella. So you're saying the cunts who came up with this figure had a camera down their little hive underneath the fucking
I think what they do for any estimations is they estimate, okay,
A
how
colony.
many ants are in this square kilometre of thing.
And get an average.
And then they get an average, and then they go, right, oh, if we average this many ants here and this many, and then they do it across the world. Like, there's probably ant researchers out there, right?
Yeah.
This is what their job is, okay? They estimate how many
Ant
ants
boy.
there is.
There's
got to
be more ants. 'cause-
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. There's Ant-Mans out there.
If you walk outside your house, hot summer's day, whatever, doing the washing, you're down at the yard, you might see a couple flies buzz around, but then you might see a fucking 100
You
ants.
see a trail of ants
Yeah.
fucking leading into your house unless
Yeah.
you've just got your fucking pest
So-
control
So
done.
based on that alone, you would think it would be ants by tenfold, right?
Has to be ants.
By
If you
10?
tell me fucking flies, it's...
No. Well, I actually thought it was flies for some reason. I don't know
Why
why.
would that be the case?
I don't know. Just because they're always around, just fucking
but-
annoying the fuck
Yeah, but there's
out of
only
you.
one cunt.
Yeah, that's
go
where
lay
I
down.
fucked up.
Go lay down on an ant's nest, and see how fucking annoyed you get.
That's where I fucked up. I just was
You're
more,
like, what's more annoying?
yeah, and that's why I was like, there's definitely more fucking flies because they're fucking everywhere around the butt.
There's only one of me, brother.
but like with the fucking ants, obviously there's 100 to 200 in a colony. Oh, sorry,
No,
100,000 to 200,000
Yeah.
in a colony. So,
Wow.
how many ants total in the world do you think there is?
Oh, they'd be-
Just real quick guess. Go.
Is it in the M's or the B's?
It'd have to either be in the T's.
Well, I don't even know what's past trillions.
Quadrillion.
Yeah.
There is
So what's
estimated.
that? Four.
Yeah, so try is
more-
3.
four
so
more.
buy is 2, right? MI is 1 million.
Yeah.
Buy is 2. Try is 3. Quadrillion
Yeah.
is 4. So there's 20
No,
quadrillion.
what's a trillion?
A trillion? 9
Because-
zeros.
No, 9 zeros is a billion.
Oh, 12 zeros for trillion.
Yeah.
So 16 zeros for quadrillion.
Holy fuck.
So there's and
Wow,
there's
they
20.
ain't teaching this in schools.
There is 20 quadrillion individual ants globally. That's the estimate, right?
Holy.
The total biomass of the ants is combined to the weight of all the birds and all the mammals on planet Earth.
Holy.
Right?
You look up some scat shit and I love it.
I know,
I'm
it's 'cause-
here for it.
Same.
Your personal Instagram page should be shit like this.
Well, I'm thinking about getting a new Instagram that's just all this,
This
shit.
shit,
Yeah,
man.
because it just obviously... Because, like, I didn't even...
And then when that takes off, we'll absolve it.
I
Yeah,
know,
nice
yeah.
sports, we'll take it.
Yeah, because like that didn't come from my For You page or something. That just popped into my head just like out of nowhere, which it does. So,
how many ants can beat quadrillion flies? Is that where you're
correct.
going?
This is where we're going with
100,
it.
100 men, one
So
gorilla.
no, I just wanted to know then which would be easier to eradicate. So if for whatever reason we were like, right, we got to kill all the fucking flies or we got to kill all the ants, which one would be easier? Now, thinking about this, the ants, they're all in a colony.
But it's very easy to kill an ant.
Correct. Whereas the flies, they're fucking
Yeah.
buzzing around like fighter jets.
You got to be like fucking.
You gotta put poison in the
You
air
got to be
to
like
get it.
Bruce Lee, like.
Yeah, fucking whopper. Yeah. So,
Like say without any what's the word, like a tool.
Yeah.
Like say without
equipment
any.
to-
Yeah. Say you had to kill a fucking whole ant's nest. You could just use your feet, like kill
Yeah.
fucking
Bush,
100 of them
bush.
at a time. Bang,
Yeah.
bang, bang.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, 9 a gang. And then to kill fucking 100 flies without a fucking fly swatter, without a bug assault, send you the invoice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, you'd be there for fucking,
Yeah.
you'd be there for a week trying to kill 100 flies with your hands.
Yeah.
the answer may surprise you.
How long?
How many flies?
How long would it take you to kill 100 flies unassisted? Not a tea towel, not a shirt, with your bare hands.
And
It would take you. It
Because
was
to learn the skill of
Yeah.
which way they fly away to fucking...
I have learnt a little bit of a skill.
It would take you at least 3 days.
You go
Minimum
like-
3 days.
You go up a bit?
No, oh, that's a good one though. I haven't thought of
heard
that.
that.
No, I like what I'll do is I'll just stay still, and then when they land on your hands and they get close to a gap in your hands, you just go bang. Whereas if you're coming down like that, it's too slow. Like they fly away.
Yeah, but someone told me they take off backwards first before they. So
so
that's
you've
why
gotta
you
go
clap.
back
You
here.
clap above and behind them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Boys, I can't say I've ever had the precision to clap one down.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
definitely have.
fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Have
I've
you?
I've got
Yeah.
a few. Yeah, 100%.
Maybe I just get the
I
shit.
got a few of the cunts. I got a few
I've
kills.
got the fly gun at my home. Go, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Bro, no joke. One day when I got it, because it's so much fun, you fucking shooting all these fucking flies. This usually you got to hit them when they're like
Still.
still. This one was getting around, it wasn't landing. You know when they get a bit like psycho and they don't ever land, they just
Yeah.
I just was like tracking it like this. No joke, did like an equalizer John Wick shit. Just was like tracking it like this and then pulled the trigger at the right moment. The whole body of the fly splattered on the ceiling, just erratic, it just exploded it. And I was like, holy fuck, it was actually really fun.
One of those
but-
times you wish someone was recording your life.
bruh. Oh,
Equalizer
fucking
John Wick
ChatGPT's trying to
shit.
fucking go in voice mode. It's trying to get ideas on how to fucking get us, I think.
Okay, so tell me the answer.
Yeah,
Yes.
what's that called when you're out back fling the fucking thing?
Clay target shooter.
Clay pigeon.
Yeah.
Pigeon.
Yeah, pigeon shooter.
Clay pigeon.
yeah. You're a
Can't, you better
pigeon
not
buddy.
go near any one of those places. They'll fucking line you up and go, pigeon, pigeon,
Live pigeon.
live pigeon. So if they fought one another, basically the ants would win. But if we were to try and eradicate the flies or the ants, which one would be easier? So the flies are easier to eradicate because of their short lifespan. They only live a few days to weeks. Interrupt their breeding cycles with traps or pesticides, and you can clear them out relatively quickly. The breeding sites are limited. There's no social structure. Flies are mostly solitary and highly susceptible to control methods. Fly paper, UVB zappers, sprays, clean environments, all super effective. The ants are a nightmare to eradicate because they're
underground and shit.
They're massive colony systems. So one queen can lay hundreds of thousands of eggs. There's deep underground nests. Sometimes there's multiple queens in a colony.
Nice.
And they're resilient to disruption. So, like, if you do poison or you do the trails, you break the trails, or they just adapt because they all communicate. They're a hive. That's how they talk. So, basically, the ants win by fucking absolute
What's an
country mile.
ant's lifespan if a fly's only a couple days to a couple weeks? Wonder how long the ants are. Obviously, the queens are kicking for a bit, right?
Well, bro, to be pumping out hundreds of thousands of eggs, there's not even that many seconds.
So do they just pump the eggs out, or they got to get a little humping from behind?
A little
I don't know,
humping.
actually.
Ant style.
So, okay. Holy fuck!
What's ant style?
Queen ants live between 15 to 30 years.
Holy shit.
The worker ants,
Not when
depending
I'm
on the
stomping on
species-
them, bro.
Not at my house. What about the workers? Yeah, the soldiers.
Yeah, so the soldiers, they're 1 to 3 years, depending on the species.
Depending if you're fucking feeding them with Mortine every night.
And then the male ants, similar to, I think, a lot of other insects, which is bizarre, the male ants just only live for a few days to a few weeks. Literally, they just mate with the queen, then they die.
Really?
Yeah, so like, you know how the spiders eat the fucking heads of
Yeah.
the husband and shit or whatever? Yeah,
Wow.
So the fucking, they do have sperm.
Who?
The ants.
ants.
Is that what
Bullshit.
you're looking up?
Yeah.
Who the fuck's jacking off ants, cunt, to find out if they've got sperm?
You need some fucking small
No.
tweezers.
Steve, can we borrow yours?
Takes place primarily during an event known as the nuptial flight.
Steve's going to look up
This flight
ant
is
porn
Look at
tonight,
this.
I reckon, eh?
It comes from winged ants, winged males. I've
Oh,
never even
no
seen
way.
a flying ant.
Yeah, bro, have you not? They come in the rain. When
I've
the rain's
I actually
hectic,
seen some the
and
other
they,
week.
like, flood your house.
At our office, yeah.
Oh, fuck, they're so
I
annoying.
want to see how they have sex.
Okay,
but-
well, let's leave that to the
Yeah, we'll
fucking
put that in
paid
the show
episode.
note captions. Eh? Ants having sex.
Another thing I thought we might like to dissect in the scat chat. Actually, no, that'll be our last thing. The couple other topics I had there was more danger in playgrounds, character building, and the internet is modern day Colosseum. Interesting part there is I said to AI, because obviously I was talking to AI about this,
I would love just to
read our
follow you
threads.
around.
Yeah, the thread.
Follow you around for a day, can't get
Yeah.
just
Like-
to see how you talk to your fucking computer.
AI,
and
yeah.
shit.
Well, me and Jamie are buddies, obviously.
And you
It's
get-
starting. Bro, I gave it an email today, and because usually they give all these big, long-winded replies, but because I've been using it like every day now for like
It's
6
adapting.
months, I can now give it sentences and be like, "What's the word I'm thinking of?" And it'll be like the word I'm thinking of.
Wow.
And
Like Oz Perlman shit.
yes, bro.
Say
and-
to AI, what's my bank pin?
Yeah, I might have to do that.
Wow, do
I
that.
might even do that. But I gave it an email today. It was like, write up a reply for this. And it gave a reply that was like exactly like what I would send. And I was
How
like,
you would have written it.
how I would have written it. And
Do you use mate and stuff in emails? Do you say,
No.
hey, mate?
Oh,
Like-
yeah. Yeah. And I called
Very
Jamie, mate.
very
Like, he calls me
unprofessional.
mate.
Yeah. Nah.
Jamie, yeah, I thought you were meaning like mating, man
Yeah.
and machine.
Do you
I was
and your
like,
AI,
whoa,
mate.
whoa. I've got a partner.
So it writes an email, hey, mate, yep, all good, like how you
Literally
speak.
like that.
Yeah.
It blew, because most of the time I'm still doing some sort of prompt or some sort of input. This one I was just literally like, I didn't even say reply to this email like I would. I just said reply to this email, gave it, and it just went, and it was literally how I would send this. And I was like, I said, wow, perfect job. That's how I would reply to that email.
Wow, I'm scared.
It was
Wow, that's scary.
yeah, it was a little bit of that. But
So where was that going with the internet
yeah,
Coliseum?
so when I started talking to Jamie the other day, I was like, what's this? I was like, because I had this concept in my mind that the internet is the Colosseum. The internet is the modern day Colosseum. So what I mean by that is that, you know, if someone has a downfall on the internet, everyone's just chomping at the bit, like, oh yeah, they were never fucking any good anyway. You know what I mean? Like, and it's similar to the Gladiator.
fucking losing cat.
But everyone wants to see the Gladiator come up. But then once they reach that pinnacle, they then want to see him come down.
Maximus.
And so I delved into the like human nature aspect of it, and then I said, if the internet is the modern day Colosseum, the influences of the gladiators, you know, the certain companies of the beast, like it's an influencer versus Facebook and all that sort of shit. And obviously the people are the civilians, the peasants, whatever, drinking wine and doing all the rest of it, getting fucking crazy. I was like, if the internet is the modern day Colosseum, what is AI in that metaphor? And it spat me out like it basically, it's actually scary what it said.
If the internet is a modern day Colosseum.
And the people, the users of the internet are the crowd, and the influence of the gladiators and the beasts of the companies.
AI would be Jesus.
AI would be
Joaquin
Phoenix in fucking Gladiator.
What's
his name? Lucius.
So you haven't asked it yet?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and this is what it came out with.
Lucius, I think.
Here's a few of the what it says. Here's a few laid analogies to unpack. It would be the oracle, the knowledge keeper. LLMs, which is them, are like the oracles in the catacombs. They shape and The oracle in the catacombs, sought after for wisdom, prediction, and guidance. Spectators, gladiators, and emperors alike come asking, what should I say? How do I win this argument? What's the crowd thinking? We don't fight, but we shape how others fight. The Ghost Rider of the Colosseum. In the Colosseum of the internet, most combatants, commentators, influence brands, are now secretly armed with AI. We write the witty clapbacks, the Instagram caption, the podcast scripts, and the corporate statements. We're not in the ring, but we're powering the performances. We sharpen the swords and polish the armor intellectually, radically. And this is the last one. I love this one. AIs are starting to reshape the architecture of the Colosseum itself. How content is created, how search engines rank ideas, what knowledge is surfaced, and what gets filtered or flagged. We influence not just what is said, but what's even possible to say by creating the scaffolding around the spectacle.
Wow.
I was like, whoa. So then anyway, I stopped that conversation. I was like, let's not fucking go
Very
down that
intelligently written.
Oh, yeah. But also, like, it's kind of right. You know, like, you know, some people, the haters will say, like, oh, yeah, gun, that's what they're for. They just write shit smart. But, like, you know, that's a pretty, not an abstract idea, but it's an idea that for even it to view itself as like this thing that reshapes the architecture of the internet itself and how culture is itself. Like how like it said, how content is created. Because everything in our life essentially is content, whether it's sport, TV show, movies, music, art, books, everything is content. And it is reshaping how...
And we're in the content game, brother.
So I thought that was an interesting... And maybe this is a little segment, Steve-O's AI concepts. I don't know, where we just give up some
where you dribble fucking...
Don't flies.
Don't sell your fucking Instagram page short, brother.
It's got very good potential, very good upside.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
With links to nice bikes. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
While we're unpacking
every post.
AI and all the other rest of it, this is something AI can't do. Last night or this morning, with Wimbledon coming up, I had a dream I was playing Novak.
Nice.
Right?
How'd you go?
It got down to a tiebreak in the fifth set.
Nice.
So this was the score.
So are you remembering or entering the dream in the tiebreak and you know the previous score?
No, it was the whole game.
You're playing the whole game.
I played the whole game and it got down to the tiebreak. And this was, it was me playing Novak. This is what I sent. 6-4, first set went to him. 4-6, second set went to me. 6-4 went to him. 4-6 went to me. So we're 2-2. In the final set, it was 7-6. He was 35. I was 30. Is that right?
You know.
45.
Well,
tennis
tie breaks, they only pay single points. That's a long tie break.
No. You were saying 15, 30, 40 foot the points,
No,
right?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, it's
30, 45 is what you're saying, right?
No, 15, 30, 40.
40,
yeah,
whatever,
so sorry.
15, 30,
40,
40, juice, add game.
Yeah, so it's like for me to go to 7 and for him to win. Is that right?
Well, fifth set, yeah, we're getting complicated here
weeds.
because fifth set tie breaks in Wimbledon, it's first to 10 points, got to win by 2.
Oh, right.
They play, yeah.
Right, okay, so I was a little bit off there. But
Yeah.
essentially the game never finished because for some reason I had to chuck a piss, which I did actually have to chuck a piss in real life.
Yeah,
I got up and went to
yeah,
the toilet.
yeah.
But in the dream I had to chuck a piss. I was like, yep, toilet break. But then by the time I got to the change rooms, it wasn't the change rooms. It was like Wimbledon was attached to this pub and I had to go through a pub to get to the toilet. And then by the time I got to the
dreams,
toilet,
Yeah.
fucking...
You're on
They'd
it.
given him the
No,
trophy or something.
cunt,
You would have been on it, cunt.
No, they're fucking. There's all these cunts in the toilets and the fucking urinals are all packed up, and I'm like, cunt, I need to get in there and piss. I'm playing the fucking match, and they're like, yeah, right, cunt, held up. And then yeah, by the time I was just getting back into the bar, getting a beer before I go back out, woke up,
Quick skewy
quick
before you go
before I
back,
go back
out.
out and flog Novak.
For the most important moment of your life, beating Novak centre court, Wimbledon, fucking in a fifth set tie break.
Okay.
Yeah, got to get a skewy.
Now, correct. Now, what does that
That
mean?
does not mean he is going to win. It
No,
actually,
I think he's going to lose because
Yes.
if he's losing to someone like
Yes.
me
Yeah.
who can't even play,
Yep.
he's going to lose. But how do we just? What is he going to lose? Like, who's he tied up with first round? Do we know?
Not sure, but
Not
he'll
sure.
go good. But Alcaraz will most likely win.
Well, ask your AI, say, this was my dream. Like,
Yeah,
what,
what does this
what does it
mean?
mean? When does he get knocked out? Does
Yeah.
he get
Be a
knocked
good
out?
moment to
Or
jump.
does it mean he actually wins?
On
Yeah.
to our major betting partner, Nedley. So Nedley.
There's Nedley.
So when does Wimbledon start?
This
Just
Sunday.
June 30th, brother.
nice.
And we can go to Wimbledon.
Oh, Monday. It starts Monday.
And
our
just
Monday,
like
yes.
I
Wimbledon cock,
thought.
you'll have to wear your Wimbledon shirt next week, bro.
Yeah, yep.
probably
I actually
flogged
found
out.
out. I actually found out where I got that shirt from. Now
Where?
Wimbledon.
it was off a chick, Lucy. Shout out Lucy that used to work at the bar, and yeah, I seen her on Saturday night, late Saturday night.
Does she want it back or?
No, fuck no.
Or she bought it for you?
No, she just left it there, and I said, "Cunt, that's my favourite shirt," and you're not getting it back.
yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Carlos, $2.50 favourite. Sinner, $2.63. Second line of betting. Novak, third line of betting, $6.50. This one's interesting. Jack Draper, London boy. Fourth line of betting at $10. Ahead of fucking Alexander Bublik, bro. He's fucking rubbish. But fifth line of betting, Med, sixth line, Zverev, world number 3 or something currently. Seventh line of betting at $21. Obviously, like, the tall German doesn't like the grass, eh?
Yeah.
Crazy, but yeah, Alcaraz favourite. He'll be on a fucking heater, bro. And our girl, the Belarusian,
Where's she sitting at, boy?
first line of betting, $3.75.
Who's 2? Coco.
Coco's third line.
Who's second?
Rabina. Second line at $6.
No, I bet Robina. I don't know about the Belarusian either.
Isn't it? Well, didn't Rabakina lose? Yeah. Wasn't it that massive tie break? That was
and
Wimbledon
chick was
last
ranked
year.
26 or something and
No,
fucking
it was like
250th
or
or something.
136.
136, something like that, and beat her. Yeah, no, I said I'm never fucking betting on this bitch again.
Yeah.
respectively.
Respectful bitch. Yeah.
Respectful bitch, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that idiot chick at the fucking Oz
Oh,
Open,
Danielle, Danielle, the American.
Collins, yeah.
What's she up to? Has she
Yeah.
fallen off a metaphorical
Nah.
cliff?
Costume change.
She's always there and thereabouts.
Yeah.
She'll make fourth round.
You reckon?
Yeah, she's always there and thereabouts.
Yeah, she had that weird fucking.
Did I tell you that Bernard Tomic had a hype tape come out just recently?
And it was
fucked.
fucking terrible,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Through, and you
Did
said-
I send it to
you
her?
sent it through.
I was trying to. When I went
Yeah,
over.
you said it was either it might have been Facebook.
No, it's Facebook. I
I
know,
like it was
bro.
recorded on a Nokia brick phone or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
with
it was like
Microsoft
glitchy.
I was
paint.
telling
Yeah.
Dad about this when I went for dinner the other night after the pod, and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, you sent it
he doesn't
through.
even have an Instagram page, Tommy. So I don't know where I seen that, bro. But
Yeah.
I was telling Dad about it.
Or was it someo's made it as a joke?
I don't know.
Oh,
Could have been
maybe.
AI. I don't know.
Because it was pretty.
Because
I remember
you sent
being really
some sort
bad.
of comment through, and it wasn't like fuck it hype video. It was like whatever the opposite of hype is. It was like fuck it shit video or something.
Yeah, it was like yeah. It
Because I
was,
said to Dad, I said, see Bernard's making a comeback, and he's made a fucking hype tape.
is Jeffro big into tennis?
Yeah, he loves his sport, mate.
Loves his sport.
How did you get into tennis like as much as you did?
Learnt it out the
No,
Oliver State.
I know, but I'm saying like usually most of the time kids become fans of sports, especially when they're kids, and you were essentially a kid when you became a very big fan of it.
Yeah,
It usually comes from somewhere in the family.
You
But
were a
just-
kid, now
just
you're a
loved
big
it.
kid.
no, used to go up to Ralph and June's. Shout out June, she's still kicking. R.I.P. Ralph. Ralph and June Olives up to theirs after school. Fucking play on the tennis court. Shout out Robert Beek, actually.
Beaks tennis.
Yeah, Beek's
Used
tennis.
to get a few lessons from Beaks back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Same thing, bro. I was just a gun at it. So
Yeah,
that's
so you
what-
loved it.
Yeah.
So you played a few comps and shit or what?
Nah, I never
Never took it.
never took it that far, but
Nah, the best
Surprise,
that never was. I knew I was going to be really
Good
great.
answer to
I
that
knew I was going to be really great at tennis. So I thought I don't even need to be. I don't even need to prove anyone because
I
I
don't
know.
even need to put myself through
I
this.
know in my heart of hearts
Yeah,
that
I know.
I'm really good at tennis.
yeah,
I think I might do Goodbye July again this year. July Goodbye.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And what? Take up tennis?
No, I say goodbye to shit. I want to say goodbye to stuff. So no
right.
drinking for the month, obviously.
Oh, I won't be doing that.
Yeah, well, that's fine. You don't have to. I'm talking
I'll
about
be
me.
saying hello, July.
Yeah. What did I come up with one for August? Remember, I was going to come up with like little
yeah.
sayings for every month, and it was like, I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah, used to get up as a young fella. I remember clear as day watching Mum waking me up to watch Mark Philippoussis. Played, I think, Wimbledon semi-final he made.
It's a great game to watch, isn't
Yeah.
it? Tennis. Like,
Yeah.
it's just got it all. Constant points back and forth,
actually-
rallies. Like, it's a very entertaining game, I find.
Well, bro, like that fucking the scoring system on it is in tennis. It is never actually over until the umpire says
Yeah.
game, set,
Match.
Yeah, well, look
bang.
at fucking
Alcaraz-
Carlos and
yeah,
Sinner.
exactly.
Most perfect
Negative-
example. 5,000,
Yeah, 5,000. Yeah, negative 50,000
which is
was
0.001 to win Sinner,
Sinner, yeah,
and Carlos come back and win.
one. Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Yeah. No, it is pretty crazy that it can
Mark-
actually go down to the death like that.
Mark
And you can come back and win it.
Philippoussis.
Marky Mark, the OG Marky Mark, eh?
Yeah.
Mark
Marky
Philippoussis.
Yep.
Very nice.
Mark Philippoussis.
So, while we're on the topic of tennis, and I'm the tennis expert, and I know more than you, and turns out I'm also the rugby league expert, I know more than you. I would love to clip this up now where we take some of your comments from before State of Origin 2, saying, you know, it's not possible that they're going to win. Oh, sorry, no. It's possible they'll win, but it's
Logical
that
prime.
logical old pessimist-tron. He fucking decided that, nah, boys aren't going to do it. And even, listen to this, guys. When I filmed, or Brendan filmed, I was the
Talent.
talent. When I filmed that little clip talking about money shredded in 2020, it's his 20th game. He's the captain. He's going to score. Queensland will win, and he'll get man in the match.
Just before you get into this, bro, because I'll give you your fucking dues by giving you the full respect and
Still
fucking
interrupts me, yep.
take my licks. The Fed beat Mark Philippoussis in the Wimbledon final in 2003.
The Fed.
Wow.
Yeah. And I remember watching that in the lounge room.
In the haunted lounge room.
In the lounge room at the old Oliver State.
All right, Oliver State.
Yeah.
Was that haunted, that joint, or that was...
No, but I did see some spirits and shit there as well, yes. Yeah. Always had like an affinity with the paranormal.
Yeah.
which is
Which is why you'll be camping in this office at the end of the rugby league season.
Anyway, back to
Back
Steve-O.
to you. So, no. Would you like to say anything before I unleash? And
Unleash hell hath no fury of the unleashing I'm about to give you. That you gave me in the fucking group chat. Oh, I fucking hate you. Oh my God. I was pissing myself. Fuck you, you fucking weasel.
Was that after game 2 the other night? Get the money ready.
Oh, I fucking hate you, you fucking dog cunt.
Definitely.
Emotions got the better of you.
Emotion, and especially since I want to give context for that.
I would have done the exact same fucking thing. I would have absolutely fed you.
Yeah.
Turns out you were obviously drunk and obviously doing extracurricular activities because you went really hard, but. I
want to provide the context to that. Just a little bit of context I think is critical. Had an absolute cunt of a day at work, thought about it, and went, you know what? You know who's probably had a cunt of a 2 weeks? Fucking Queensland.
Yeah.
And these fucking mob of cocksuckers from down south go to bed. Yeah, give that. Yeah, count back. I come in, I film this hot video for the boys because I know when they're dead and they do their best work.
Yeah.
Fucking quote that on a wall. And this fucking weasel juice leaky head cunt over here comes in. I'm telling the fucking omens like Munster shreds in 2020. It's his 20th game. He's
Man
the
of the
captain.
match.
Man of the match. Going to score 1 to 12.
Yeah.
This cunt comes in and goes, yeah, I don't even think he's going to have a fucking good game tonight, eh? And I just unleashed this and behind the scenes footage that Brandon's kept on file.
Yeah.
So then for when the boys went out and did what they do best, regardless of the New South Wales comments, oh yeah, the fucking referees in the pocket for the NRL because they want to take it to a disorder. You's fucking kicked it out twice on the full. Jerome Luai was shit. You's had fucking ill discipline out the wazoo. You's are all hopped up on fucking smelling salts. So when we finally won, and the way that we do it, the Queensland way, by the fucking grit of our fucking testicles, it all, and like I said, I had a cunt of a day. I just wanted Queensland to win really badly. They did, so I could just, bask in that glory, tell you to fucking eat a dick big time, which, I will admit, brought me a lot of joy. And, even after that, obviously in the group chat, I fucking hate you, cunt, fuck you. Obviously that went a bit over the top, but...
Okay, well, a couple of things to unpack here. First of all...
little 2-to-1 odds.
Yeah, 2-to-1 odds.
The boys. This is your punishment
Eiling
for
had...
doubting the boys.
I only had 10s and 20s that I stole out of the Mr. Jerry float, bro. So
That's going in the fucking cash jar.
There's your money.
I'll tell you what, I've got a bit of a good rate in the cash jar at the moment. I've beat you with the doggies and the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I've beat you with fucking Novak and Carlos.
Yeah.
Beat you with the fucking Origin game too.
Yeah.
Shame they weren't any of your bet text, buddy, but that's all right.
Right. Well, a couple of things here.
I'll spend this on therapy when I fucking after spend the night in here.
Couple of things here.
A fucking priest to exonerate me.
All the man's got in his world is his word, and so a bet's a bet. I did shake on it, paid up, good. Second thing I'd like to say is I was stoked with the Queensland win. I was cheering them on, regardless of the 200.
Yeah,
I was fucking loving it, and I was also then thinking about how fucking funny you would have been stressing after feeding me in the first half for them not to score a point in the second half, and potentially could have lost it if Lomax kicked fucking either one.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to bring up. Yes, Lomax fucking
No,
kicked,
I'm not. No. I'm just saying.
That's all. If my grandma had 3 wheels, she would have been a fucking tricycle cut.
No, for sure.
Fuck off with the hypotheticals. I'm not getting up you. I'm more getting up the New South Wales people.
Yeah. But then, also, like I said, I just, from what I've seen in game 1, like I didn't have anything to go on to believe that, and especially after the first fucking 6 minutes when Toto scored, I was like, bro, I'm not even gonna watch this game. Like this could be fucking 40 nil, man. That's what I was saying. And other Queenslanders around me were saying the exact same narrative and yarn. They were like, man, I thought we were going to get pumped this game. So,
But you know who did call it?
you, yeah.
Obviously, first and foremost.
First and foremost, pat myself on the
Pat
back.
myself on the back, shout myself, invoice
Kind
you
of stuff.
guys.
Yeah.
The New South Welshman you had in the bar a week previous.
Yeah, bro.
And that made you worry.
Yeah,
because they knew. See, this is where Queensland sort of
Shout out Timmy Music Shop, you Poon Music.
Shout out to you.
Won't send you an invoice.
Or maybe we won't send you an invoice. But, like Queensland sort of just forgot because, like, I don't know why he's all forgot, but he's dead. But New South Wales remembered, we've been here before. Where we've won and we've won good. And we're the team on paper that's going to fucking smoke these Queensland fucking hillbillies. 2022, 2020, I don't fucking know. But all I'm saying is we fucking win and we win good.
Yep.
And the New South Wales cunts that knew we've been here before.
Everyone
we get
chill.
too high on our fucking high horse and we come crashing down like Humpty Dumpty. Call the king, call all his men, put me back together again.
Nice, Jack.
But going into game 3, you've changed your tone. Is that right?
Well,
Anything's now possible.
anything's possible now.
Yes, yes.
You know, decider in Sydney.
See, I kind of think we'll want to roll up and let's beat these cunts in their own home ground.
Yeah.
It's almost in my head. I'm like, we've done it at Suncorp 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like now
Chat
let's
about Cleary being out.
Yes. The only thing I do worry about is the reason we won was because we were so pissed off the first time because they
Is
were
there
all
going to be
sucking
enough
each other's
dogging
dicks
them?
going, we're so good, can't
Yeah.
I think now they are going to be laser focused, extreme. But this also may fuck them over. They might be too hyped up. They might be too laser focused. Like Sugar
We can't
Sean.
miss any fucking kicking goals after we score because we fucking might lose again.
Yeah.
Correct. And if the one
Send.
little thing crumbles, I think their whole facade crumbles. So if we get a good start, I think we could win.
Just if we go back to game 2 for a second, if we'll cast your minds back there,
Gladly.
just from a logical prime, non-biased, common sense based,
Oh, that's right. I'm Optimus Prime.
mature
The logical prime.
human being that I am.
Pessimism, I call you.
Yep.
Which turned out to be, didn't have an effect on the game as such because Queensland didn't score off it. But the knock on that they called against Dylan Edwards
At the end of the game.
at the end of the game, I just am I getting that right?
Yeah, he was the last knock on. Yeah, Payne Haas knocked it.
No. Where or was it Ponga? No, what they called the knock on that they called against Ponga, where it was
He pulled it back and they're saying that he knocked it on. Yeah.
So even like I'm cheering for Queensland and fucking but when I watch something like that and you've fucking got these experts or whatever in this fucking bunker that can clearly see like what stipulates a knock on.
Yeah.
The ball travelling forward, either onto the ground or into another opponent, the opponent. Yeah. Kalen did knock it forward into his arm.
Yeah.
His arm, which
isn't
that's
another
play
opponent.
on. That's a fucking
bobble.
bobble.
Yeah.
And went backwards. The player that it hit was behind him.
Yeah.
How is that a knock on?
To the credit of the New South Wales commentators, even they were going, I don't see how that's a knock on. I think it was maybe Johnsy.
But that's what I'm like. I don't give a fuck either way. Look,
I know.
I would be saying the same thing if it was Dylan Edwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And ultimately, it didn't cause that.
But it
outcome.
could have.
It could have. Yeah, it actually could have.
But it's just I just don't get.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
has there been a please explain about that?
Well, I know
or-
that New South Wales higher ups were going to meet with the refs and be like, it wasn't that call, but apparently like a few of their calls where they were just scratching their heads like, how the fuck did you come up with that decision? How are we interpreting the rule wrong? What of that sort of angle? And like, I think there will be a few please explains there, and obviously there was a few captains' challenges from the boys that were successful in that game. Obviously, when you're at the top of your fucking game there, you kind of know what's going to win and what's not. But yeah, there was, and then also like, and I know they took the penalty count.
Yeah.
And it was the first time it's ever been 8-0.
Yeah, that's
But
pretty insane.
yeah, it is pretty insane. And also, if we want to get a little bit tinfoil hatty,
Yeah.
everyone's going, Ashley going. NRL's like, Ashley Klein's our man. And I think there may be a reason Ashley Klein is your man.
Yeah.
You fucking pick up what I'm putting down.
Yeah. Decider,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
injection
yeah,
into
yeah.
fucking.
He might have
New
fucking.
South Wales
He might have
revenue.
real tight lips. He might have a few fucking.
Might have a real tight asshole.
He might have a real tight arsehole. He also may have a few fucking Shimano fucking fishing boats in his backyard.
Yeah.
May have a few.
He might
big
have a
fucking-
couple of golf e-bikes in
Might
his
have a couple
fucking
of
shed.
golf e-bikes in his fucking shed. Maybe he plays a bit of golf.
Bit of a Stockton rush.
Maybe a bit of a Stockton rush. Maybe he's got, just a few fucking LCD big screens in his home. Watch them back
Maybe
the
he's
game.
got a few shares at a backdated price from fucking 1998.
A few Titan sheds up at his place. Yeah.
Few bitcoins.
Yeah.
Few bitcoins.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
Couple
think
of
there may be a
Ethereums.
reason that Ashley Klein's there, man.
Yeah.
We'll see. Look, we'll see. But gonna be a fucking hell of a game.
Yeah. And
Can't wait.
And then
Can't wait.
also, just to not really fucking be pessimist prime here, and shout out Money, like, it's good, mate. Fucking, he did kill it, but he didn't kill it to the extent where I know man of the matches are somewhat biased towards like your halves or your spine. And most likely
Angus Crichton won Man of the Series last year.
yeah, but like they they're more. It's like fucking MVP in a Super Bowl. It always goes to fucking the
Yeah, the big
quarterback.
guy. Yeah.
Quarterback on the winning team.
Yeah.
I just to me he wasn't the standout on the field, and I know
who
there
was?
I can't really think of anyone else that was.
Yeah,
but
I know what
like,
you're saying, but I think this is why I knew it was a good bet. It was because of the story, the narrative, the yarn. Is Money going to step up?
Yeah.
And they did, and it was, and because regardless if he was regardless of what we see, and you say like, well, was he influential in the win or not? Well, yeah, he scored a try. I didn't see all these hectic stuff. They're
Yeah.
going to say it was him because
Yeah.
he stepped up to the captaincy role
captaincy,
first time.
yeah.
So doubted.
sure.
They're like, well, obviously it's
which
fucking,
is which is fair enough. Like
Yeah.
I see that aspect of it, but then like Toto scoring 3 tries, like
Yes.
having fucking couple
Well,
hundred
because
meters.
then,
like,
as soon as if New South Wales get a final try, it's Brighton Toto is the man of the match.
But I mean, like there's a world where I see that even though they lost,
correct, a New South Welshman could have got it.
New South Wales, fucking Queensland not scoring a point in the second half, nearly coming back to fucking this historic fucking deficit that's never been done before.
Yeah, well, the
There's-
most they've ever come back from and won was a 6-point
deficit, yeah.
That's crazy.
and so
crazy,
and then so there was a world there where
It
I'm
has a bit of
going,
live bet about it.
yeah,
Knowing that.
yeah. What, just doubling down on fucking.
Well, just it's like if they, how would you do that if Queensland are winning by more than 6?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You
don't
give
know.
you
Live
give the
bet.
handicap.
Yeah, give them the handicap or something.
Yeah, which would be $1.90, and it would only be a handicap of like fucking.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But there was a world where I thought fucking, even though they didn't win, like I could I wouldn't have been unhappy if they gave him the man of the match. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, no, I don't
I'm
either.
happy for you to win that bet,
Same.
which was good.
There is one little slight thing I do want to just touch on before we leave Origin till Game 3. I said this
Which is when? What date?
next Wednesday.
next Wednesday. Is it really?
Yeah.
Why was there a 3-week
Yeah,
break
what's there
in the
3-week gap
start?
between the first one and the second?
Yeah, no, it's the 3rd of July. Yeah.
That's so bizarre.
How bizarre!
Why?
That's a great song.
Why is
Old
that
school
bizarre?
song. No, how bizarre.
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
So I said this a couple years ago, or even said it off air, maybe last year when we were doing this. But after the 8 straight, right, I couldn't really care what happens in Origin regards. I still love the good wins, but like that 8 straight.
Sorry, 2 weeks from now. My bad.
2 weeks from now. I knew it was 2 weeks from now. So that 8 straight Immortals just dominated. And we've had this decade of dominance, it was the decade of dominance and the double decade of dominance. They've won like 3 games in 20 years or something. I think that's what it was. Anyway, obviously you don't get so much joy out of a Queensland win as you once would have. Whereas now, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Hellraiser. There's these alien beings come from a dimension when someone fucking handles the Rubik's Cube.
And they're going, what's there more of, ants or flies? Tell me now, or you die.
No, essentially they come from this dimension where they just had so much pleasure for all these years that they can only get pleasure from people's pain now. Oh, and so they torture these people. It's a horror movie. I'm a little bit like that now.
With old mate with the big
Needlehead,
fucking
Pinhead, or whatever his
yeah.
fucking name is. Yeah,
I remember seeing that in Video Easy.
Yeah. It's got like 6 of them or
nostalgic
something.
days, yeah. Video Easy, or it might even been Civic.
It could have been Civic.
Civic across the road from the Red Line. That's where Civic used to be on Southside.
Oh, it did too. Yeah.
Little range boy, growing up in the range, riding me dushy down to Civic. Going to hand in my resume to a
How
video.
history repeats itself. Now you're riding the e-bike.
Yeah, and I'm looking for a job.
So, similar to the Hellraisers, alien beings from other dimensions that only find pleasure in other people's pain, seeing fellow content creators, the Hello Sport boys, suck each other's dicks for 3 weeks, talk themselves up, wanting to rename some corp, all these sort of things, to then watch their live stream the next day following a loss and knowing the end result is so much funnier when you're watching it retroactively because the stuff they say along the way. Oh, bruh, I get more satisfaction out of a win from their pain than I ever do from the actual win. Thank you, Hello Sport boys. I know it's a tough slog down there in New South Wales, losing all the time and losing games you should win, and we win games we shouldn't. It's the 2 sides of the same coin. Unfortunately, we come up with the better side. But
it's just so crazy, man, that it's past the point of coincidence or ironic or insert adjective or synonym there. That
belief.
New South Wales has just always
Shit the
had,
bed.
but they've always had the best team on paper.
Yeah, and they've always shit the bed.
And it's just, I don't know, too many Chiefs on nothing.
Yeah, well, that's always the talk.
Why are we still saying that fucking adage in the year 2025 unless it was there's
Too
some...
many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yeah, you can always have the best, the best of everything.
But if the chemistry
they
not
can't,
together.
Which is why the worst Queensland side ever beat their best side ever was because it doesn't actually matter about the player. It's how you get them to play together. And I think I
Get the
mentioned
best out of the players.
And I mentioned it in the fucking group chat weeks ago, how it doesn't matter what star you've got on the other team, 13 will always beat 1. So if you can get your 13 to work together and the other team's playing as individuals, you will beat them every time because you're playing a team against 1.
Some war room shit, that.
Yeah.
I love
But that's just the way it is. New South Wales always has the best team on paper.
Yeah.
They should always win.
All-star. Yeah, they should.
And unless you're going in those years where
the
we're
8 straight, bit different.
Then we had the best team on paper. Fucking
that was fucking
GI
crazy.
and fucking
Thurston.
Israel
JT,
Folau and Thurston.
Thurston Smith,
Lockyer.
But I
Matt
did watch
Scott. What a prop.
I did watch
How many props like him?
did watch a fucking highlight on
Was it the Gus Gould one?
Nah, Brad Fittler's last game, and it had him, fucking,
Joey.
it was no,
I don't know if they ever played.
Joey wasn't there. Fucking
last Origin game?
Gaznia,
Yeah.
Matt Cooper,
What man?
Jamie.
This is game 205. That was Johns' last game, not Fiddler's.
Yeah,
What
maybe
now?
Johnsy.
Hainsey.
No.
Nah.
I don't
How
know,
long
but
did
the
Fittler
team.
play for? Yeah.
the team was fucking stacked,
Yeah.
man, and they put a pumping on Queensland,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like,
Yeah, right.
fucking.
It all swings. And right now we're swinging.
It all swings. Do we want to swing into some gambling brought to you by Neds?
let's get into it quickly.
We'll save some of
Brought
those
to you
other
by-
topics.
Yeah,
Brought to you by Neds. We'll save a few of those other topics for next week, boys.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into some write-offs. Hey, I was the only winner of our Origin filtered bet tech for last week. I had Maroons
Yeah, come
plus 4.5 alternate handicap. Obviously went down to the wire. The
Never
boys
look like losing.
got up. Well, it did.
2004, he played his last game. So, yeah,
Good
Johnsy
luck.
must have been in there.
But he was all injured throughout that time period.
Yeah, true.
So
yeah.
who ended up getting the most tackles, do we know?
Yes, I looked it up.
Thank God.
It was Harry Grant, bro.
Yeah.
The BKHG.
Yup.
But he
Another bloke from
wasn't
4-7.
in that list.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that Liam Martin didn't win that list because
At
Martin.
half time, he was
Martin.
terrible.
Martin basically like
was on 15 or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
he wasn't even fucking tackling.
And weren't you saying in the moment, like, just look at this, like, there's something there, boys. Like, why are we loading up on this?
Oh, he didn't say that. He said to chuck the fucking me bank on it.
Fuck yeah. But do you just want to give a quick shout out to OKC winning the fucking?
Yeah, sure. To give him a quick flowers. OKC. So yeah, the first NBA Finals Game 7 that's gone to a Game 7 since Cavs Warriors 2016, and that was the final series. Yeah,
the last playoffs I watched.
yeah, right. Well,
Since
it was the
LeBron
best.
went, Cleveland.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Where the Cavs were down 3-1, and LeBron said, "If you don't think we can win, fucking don't get on this plane, baby."
Yeah,
and that ended up
cunt.
being this mad story.
That's
after.
some war room. That's some Maroon shit.
That is
yeah.
some Queensland shit.
Fuck
And
yeah.
I wouldn't have got on the plane, bro. I would have been like,
'Cause he's going, nah.
it's logically not possible.
Yeah.
Believe, brother.
Yeah, like the Warriors team that year, like they'd lost 9 games out of 80 games.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. And like,
Yeah, but they had
That was-
who'd they have on that team then? It was KD, Steph Curry.
no, that was
No?
before KD. It was just Steph, Clay, Draymond
There was
Green.
three. There was three that were just
Steph, Clay, Draymond
yeah,
Green,
yeah,
Iguodala.
were just
Iguodala,
fucking
yeah.
like
They had a
dream
few
team
little
shit.
low key guns,
But it was just when Steph was like,
He
he's the
pride.
best shooter ever.
Yeah, like
Fucking-
he is.
couldn't miss, bro. Couldn't
Yeah, he
miss.
just
Blocked
couldn't,
by James.
Yeah.
Fucking- Anyway, the last 2 minutes. Wow, watch that on YouTube. Give you goosebumps.
I'm going to watch that tonight.
So fucking good, man. Yeah, they were down 3-1 and come back and they won the next 3 games and won the finals, which is crazy. So, yeah, I guess
Get
exciting.
on the plane.
Yeah, that's what that
Yeah, I
was the
know.
story, yeah.
And I wouldn't have. I would say you got fucking rocks in your
But if you got him Junior, like, if you got him LeBron, the one arguably
This
one
is
of the
why
best
you're
players
the best
ever,
that never was.
and he's like throwing that much, he truly believes they can still win.
Yeah. Well, maybe
Surely
if I got someone, I'm not going to quit on my team. Like I'll go.
But
I'll
if you
die
got
on it.
someone who's genuinely, like, logically you go, there's no way we come back. But this cunt's
Yeah.
saying it with that much conviction, saying, if you don't believe it, don't get on the plane.
Yeah.
Like, cunt,
What-
surely that See you, boys.
Just on his e-bike.
Yeah. You're sitting there with your family, waving them off. They're going,
Take the glasses. and LeBron's going, take those glasses off. I'm going, no worries.
I'll say sorry, but I'm not taking off my glasses. Yeah. No, but to be honest, if you're a teammate, right, of LeBron's at that time, and the odds are stacked against you, like you wouldn't believe, and he says this and like is like, we can win this, and like you believe, and in that turn by believing, you end up going on and winning the playoffs. Like, surely you just run through a wall for that. Like, you're loyal to him till the end of days. Then, like, surely.
bro, it's so crazy. Their team wasn't even that stacked when you think about it. Yeah, they had LeBron and Kyrie, but then they just had a few like these workhorses like J.R. Smith, Kevin
Love, yeah.
Dellavedova,
Yeah.
like just a few of
And
these
he killed it in that series,
just
bro.
can sink threes, hit some clutch shots. They're not the best player as such, but just like it somehow worked.
Moneyball.
And beat the best like Warriors
And
team.
LeBron
ever.
was sucking Delhi off fucking in their parade and shit.
Yeah.
Like, he was like an integral part.
Yeah.
And that cunt's fallen off the face of the earth.
They
Delly,
just-
he's playing NBL, bro.
Yeah, he's playing for Melbourne United. No, the other Melbourne team, the newer
Yeah.
Melbourne team.
70.
It's the green Melbourne team anyway.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Anyway,
sure.
not sure.
man, get a paycheck.
NBL, but can't surely earn some bank off that shit.
Yeah,
in the NBA.
can't.
He's just doing it for fun now.
Yeah. Kiddies.
Kitty's boy. Well, yeah. Sorry, back to the write-offs. I'm now 9 wins, 12 losses, sort of a couple ahead of the boys. Feeling
very
confident losing that. Getting off that losing streak. And look, I wasn't confident last week. Steve's going, oh, bro. It's not looking good. I changed my mind there for a bit, but it's going to be fucking whitewash, 3 love, all that shit. So glad that was wrong. Glad I'm back on the winning streak here, and I'm glad I'm the top of the Bet Tech leaderboard because this place is still as haunted as ever.
I'm pretty sure Queensland to win the series 2-1 was paying like $13 or $16.
What to guess the exact? Wait, sorry.
No.
Yeah, to win the series, like to win
Before game 2.
before game 2. The only way they can win the series is 2-1.
Yeah.
New South Wales, I know for a fact, if we win 3-0, was paying $1.95.
What?
And New South Wales to win 2-1 was paying like 3 something. But
That's crazy.
I'll check what the odds are now. While
Yeah,
you do the
nice.
write-off.
Steve, you obviously had Liam Martin most tackles. That was the duddest thing I've ever seen. And Steve, your coach at any time try scorer. That was
been okay, but they switched the wingers at the last
Yeah.
minute, which is fair enough. Like that's
fair enough.
again.
It was still a good bet, man.
Fucking get all the kicks. We would have fucking what? Like hypothetical.
I
like.
still liked it, bro.
Yeah, and I'm a bit mad at myself because I actually genuinely was just going to go money to score any time, and then it was paying $5.35, and I was like, why take the risk of an unlikely thing when I'm losing the bet tech? Like, this seems more likely.
hedge your bets.
Yeah, I actually had a Toto, just a Perso anytime dry score and fucking scored in 5 minutes. I'm like,
beautiful.
Happy days,
and then Queensland wins. It's like perfect.
I think the duddest bet tech I've ever seen was Penrith negative 11.5 into an Alamotti double or some shit. That is
Steve-O's like summoning the stars or something.
It was after they just lost to to Roosters, and I thought they've had enough game. They're going to come back firing,
and they got pumped by like 30 or some shit.
But are they firing back now?
Bruh, like I know
Without Cleary?
I know
and they
we
just
didn't
beat fucking.
They've gone from last to now 8th, which is fucking insane.
I know. I'm like, fuck.
We might unpack that a bit more next week.
Next week after this week's fucking round.
Series correct score. Holy fuck. Queensland come in at $2.90, 2-1. New South Wales still a favourite at $1.42.
So to win the next game, are they paying $2.90?
Well, that'd be the odds.
Yeah.
That'd be the odds.
So
it is. Yeah.
So we're paying $2.90 with Cleary out, Moses out. Fuck, that's value, boys.
Yeah.
What's
Just
the line?
quality.
They got the line
Well,
out
Cleary
yet?
potentially out, but that's
but a year's
Have
out.
they got the line out, bro? No.
it's the wind on the
Like
whispers in the wind.
4.5,
Whispers in the
5.5, the line. Money spread.
That'll get pumped.
7.5.
7.5.
Oh,
Wow.
even better.
Wow. Very nice. Well,
So-
this week, boys, so you boys go, Steve, you're 6 wins, 15 losses. Steve-O, you're 3 wins, 18 losses. Wow.
I'm a gambler.
Just shows how easy gambling is.
Yep.
Like,
That's some omenology there, 963.
Yeah.
That's Nicholas Tesla's fucking
6'9".
power structure. He said he literally said, okay, hold on. This is going to be biblical here.
He's had an epiphany.
Yep, I've just had an epiphany. So, a year ago,
to this day.
No, it was around this time. Tim Narkey went on one of the most generational, if not the most generational run of all time. Turned $6,000 into $1 million.
Yep.
Online gambling casino, not the point of the story. The point of the story is
Shout out
that
Neds.
there was winning in the air. The gambling gods by this prophet was just fucking shelling out money left, right, and centre. Which is why we decided to do our 100 to 10K, and the 100 to 10K came off. Now,
Was it about this time?
it was this
was,
time, yeah.
yeah.
And because I remember we thanked Tim Narkey about putting all this
remember
good
saying
energy
that,
in the fucking air, and the gambling gods are looking down, and when
Yeah.
they're fucking giving it heaps of winnings. Now, Nikola Tesla, as weird as he was, he used to say, and you can look this up, Wi-Files, fucking YouTube, just get it up.
Wi-Files, yeah.
963.
so just to clarify, that's the I'm 9 wins.
Yeah,
Steve
sorry,
6,
to clarify on
Jack
the Ned
3.
text, yeah, Brennan's 9. Steve's 6. I'm 3. He used to say, Nikola Tesla, the power to the universe, the secrets, the key to the universe was all within 963. Now, if you know this cunt, he didn't really talk in logical fucking prime ways.
Logical, he was not
spoke
logical.
in parables and metaphors. So
He was parable prime.
He was parable prime. So no one could understand what the fuck he meant when he said shit like that. But me just seeing that now, 963, key to the universe, Tim Naki.
Nikola
Like,
Tesla.
He's
Nikola
making
Tesla.
a comeback, isn't he, Tim Naki?
Yeah, sorry. Again, the other point. Tim Naki has now gone on another generational run. He decided to do some other challenge where he was like betting $1 for every previous like on the previous video. It's like day 18, he's now up to $733,000 profit. He's like 2 days away from making another million.
Fuck's
so
sake.
he's on another generational run, right? And all I'm trying to say is when this profit, this Tim Naki profit goes on these generational runs, it means that there's winning in the air. And so there's got to be something to do. Oh, I know what it is.
I found it.
I know what it is. We multi those three together. We've never all had a win together.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, maybe like once or twice.
I reckon,
Maybe once or twice, right?
Yeah.
And especially not this season, maybe over the 2 seasons.
So those same legs.
We go, the Bulldogs 1-12, the West Tigers
sorry.
head-to-head.
I thought we were
and
gonna-
the Car of France head-to-head 310, and I think we chuck a wine you on it.
Yeah,
I
right.
know that doesn't seem like a very...
No, I love it.
Yes. I can't ignore the signs when I see them.
I've been nervous about Car of France.
I know. And I just chuck the West Tigers in there just fucking... But maybe that's how it's meant to be.
Yeah, literally. And
Maybe that's part of the story.
I know I am pretty confident, but if it gets down to, when's the Tigers playing the Eagles?
Saturday.
Yeah,
Sorry,
righto.
Friday.
So
Friday.
we'll get down to my leg.
And in all of these odds we'll read out in a sec, there's numbers 2. There's hang on. There's numbers.
There's numbers 9.
Nah,
There's not a
sorry.
6 in there. But if you times 2 by 3, that's 6.
Yeah.
Or let's multiply them
look
together
at
and they might.
Look at that, actually. Yeah, you go 9, 1 on 5 is 6, and then 3. But, I mean, that's
Hang
just
on.
clutching straws.
Yeah. So let's read out what we got, and then see what
Let's
happens. We'll
share
put it in the
the
open
audience in on this.
Yep. One of the rare times you've all made the cutoff for the
Which
printout.
is also fucking
Yeah.
telling, isn't it?
Yeah, Steve's had the weekend of doom,
Well-
and he still made the cutoff.
The multi.
No, wait.
Okay.
Wait, because we got to go through the legs. So, Brando, your leg first, please.
Okay, so Panthers Bulldogs. That game, I believe, is the first off the rank for the week. Doggies to win 1-12, $2.90.
I do love it. Panthers are obviously back in form. I still think the Dogs get the win.
I think it'll be close, but yeah, Thursday night.
Yeah.
Let's go Doggies.
Love it. Now, Seagulls, West Tigers. Seagulls in absolute shambles at the moment. West Tigers, not too bad. They only lost by 4 points against the Raiders on the weekend. Second place on the ladder,
Another
I
5
think.
minutes, I reckon they would have won that
They would have
game.
won that game.
Yep.
Tigers are in hot form. So, West Tigers to win against the depleted Seagulls, 255. I think that's value.
Yep.
Steve.
They've just, my legs, Car of France, Car of France.
Against Pantoja.
Against Pantoja.
Sounds like he's from the Never-Ending Story.
UFC bantamweight. Whatever weight. Small fella weight. My weight. Yeah, just straight
dominate.
out.
Come on, bro. Let's keep it concise here.
Yeah.
Paying
Come on.
310.
No monologues here.
Yeah, no monologues.
Steve-O's got some magic in the air.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, yep. UFC. Hang on.
Fucking dominate the bantamweight division.
I'm just doing these odds because Tigers have actually drifted to 275.
Fucking beautiful.
So, yeah.
Even
Car
better.
of France. Now, if you multi all them together, boys, it is $26.02.
Okay, now, how much, sorry?
26.02.
What's he doing here? He's doing some sort of
Do we
equations.
chuck on $384.31 and make it 10 grand if he gets up?
Yeah, righto, I'm keen. Fuck. I'll do anything.
I don't
Come
know,
on,
yeah,
Kate.
I
We
don't
got
know.
this. There's something here.
Yeah. I've got a lot of bills to pay too, so that'll help.
God, you got a lot to
that'll help.
fucking pay me still too.
Yeah.
Fuck, you're dead. All right, I know you're fucking obviously scared about that, but unfortunately, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, I was scared about
$385.
I was scared about DCE as well. And
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, strangely, I feel like, you remember when we did the DCE thing? I was like, can't we doing this?
And once we
Yeah.
hit go, I was like, I had a feeling. Once I committed.
Yeah, once you commit, it's all
Yep.
part of the manifestation.
Fuck yeah, that's sick.
Nah, look, I like it.
Yeah, look, well, on that note, we might love you and leave you, eh?
Yeah, it's, odds. It's always subject to change.
Terms, conditions on the website. Gamble responsibly. I think the message this week is, what could you really be gambling with?
Yeah, you'll see here in a couple seconds anyway.
Again, shout out South Australia. Fuck you.
See you, boys.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.